PHIO, little biotech yesterday on 210.26 did about a little over 160 million in volume, way above average. Looking at a yearly chart here, as you can see, this thing came down to one, a little below that, and then bounced, made a move up, come to this level. So this is a current trade that I do have going on. They put out a little bit of news, nothing great, but here's what I've got going on in this trade. My entry was yesterday, 119, right? And as you can see, it went up to almost 160. My area of interest for resistance was right there at 160, and what do you know? And that's from looking at the um, yearly chart. You've got this area here where it was coming up and dropped right in this area. 160 is right in this area. So it's basically this top. So I knew when it got here, anybody that's still left in this thing, they were probably thinking close enough, I'll sell that. So for it to get in between that area and then back up to 2, it's going to take a lot of volume, which it had yesterday, and it couldn't make that move. So I buy there. I did not sell any shares. Was that a mistake? Yeah, it was. I should have sold um, on the way up here, but I wanted to see if that 160 level could be broken, and I felt like with the price action that I was seeing, the entry that I had, I was safe to hold and see if we got a retest. Got rejected pretty quick, fell at the open, and so I just kind of hung out at this point in time, thinking, it's possible if it can get back up above this opening range here, the green line, and move higher. But volume kind of fell off, as you can see here. The main point of interest is right here in this price range, right? 130, 130 to 140. That's where the biggest volume was. So that's going to be important as I go forward. But it just fell off all day long. Still not in danger of hitting my risk, which isn't that far down, but never did hit it. So I'm okay with that. And then, of course, after hours, like way after hours, it started pushing up. I peeked at it a couple of times. I thought, okay, that looks good. And then today's open, 3 comes back down, bounces several times right around that 116 area. But and let me go ahead and move forward to this area. So we push up towards the open, have some good candles moving up in this area. We hit, I think 144 was the high, which of course made me feel a little bit better about the possibility of this moving back up. But not selling in this area, the choice behind that was, you know, if you zoom out and you look at the chart for like 2 days, you can see that these are higher lows. Yes, it's selling off. Yes, it's selling off. selling off. Definitely sold off right in there. But it is also making higher lows. So that is slightly pushing the price up. Now, from yesterday, the whole idea behind this trade is this number right here, 160 million, right? So with a lower float, it's not micro, it's not huge, but it's lower. Maybe it's around, it shows about 11 million shares, maybe it's 20. I don't know for sure. It's just a gauge for me on Thinkorswim. Um, but with this action here, there's a lot of shorts. A lot of them got out yesterday. And possibly some new ones, entered different points. Maybe they're still holding. Some of them probably got out after hours. But chances are we still do have some shorts that have not cleared their position yet. And that's what I'm banking on. Simple liquidity trap. That's it. But if you look at, where we held, we came from basically one, went up to 160, but we held right here in this area. So it kept about 50% of that move, which also is right where I bought, where my entry was. So I'm okay with that. That's how I base these liquidity traps, or possible ones for a move on sometimes day two, sometimes day three, sometimes it's later than that. Generally, I'm out day three if it doesn't do anything. So what I'll be looking for today is to see if the price can push back up into that area right here. 130, 135, possibly close there or above. I don't want to see anything take this down with a lot of volume. Really below about right here, 124. I don't want to see huge volume below that. If I do, then I'll really be looking at my cut area is 118, cent below where I bought. Of course, I know if it hits that level, it's likely to take a few more cents from me, but I'll be keeping an eye on it. Now, what I'm going to be looking for in pre-market tomorrow, assuming that this holds in this area, is for some spikes, some good spikes that possibly get up in around this 40, 45, 140, 145 area. It doesn't have to be huge volume, just needs to be some quick spikes. I start seeing that, I'm going to start feeling a little bit more comfortable that possibly this thing could move up towards 160, get some shorts a little bit twisted and some new shorts entering, and then we'll see where we go from there. Price targets, um, close to 150, above 160. And if it can actually break 160, come back down, retest it tomorrow, assuming that happens, or today, we'll see how it plays out. The rest of today, after hours, if you think anything in this video was helpful, if you're trading this ticker along with me if you're looking for the same type of move, if you think that I'm wrong, or if this thing dies today and I am 100% completely wrong, then come back and comment and say you're an idiot or you're a genius. Other than that, today I am watching the low priced, very low priced tickers on account of QNCX, which made this huge move. I was looking at this one at the 19-cent level. I actually had an order in to buy it, and then it did this, so it actually happened right there. And I thought, well, that's gone. Got to looking at something else. Before I knew it, it took off. Sometimes you just miss them. A lot of more opportunity to trade this one. I just can't buy when the move's already this big. I have to wait for a different uh, type of setup. I mean, there was plenty of them. You know, you got this area right here. You could, but at that point you're buying. You're not buying high a day, but you're above VWAP. It's just a pattern I'm not completely comfortable myself of buying near like what could be a breakout area. I like it down below. But that's a beautiful move. So, you know, you need to look at other small, low price ones. DXST, another nice move. Again, I was looking at it right here, literally right here. And there she went. But with this one, its initial move happened after hours. So my focus for today actually was to be after hours to look and see what pops, what other tickers in this price range may do this, and then take a position that could possibly be very near the bottom of a move like this. Whereas these happened at the open. It did have a pop after hours, so was that after hours? Yeah, it was after hours yesterday. Of course, I couldn't have bought there. So, I mean, so actually that one matches perfectly with the QNCX IV, IVDA trying to make a move right now. Didn't really do anything after hours yesterday. Um, so that's what I'll be looking for after hours today is something to pop that's in the same price range. May miss them all, so that's okay. Um, but currently just hanging out in this trade, see what it does. Definitely would like to see it recover VWAP above 130. That's all I got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you stuck around. Like it, subscribe, whatever you want to do. but I would appreciate it if you did, if you found anything to be useful. Other than that, have a good day.